All right, guys, PSA programming announcement. Hopefully you guys will like this. I think it's going to work out. I'm going to start putting the podcast up the night before instead of on 9 a.m. in the morning. I notice a lot of people like to watch the show after, 6 in the afternoon. So I noticed that a lot of the viewers and listeners be on late on that day. So I will have it up the day before now instead of 9 a.m. every morning. So starting on Monday, which is, what day is that? That is going to be the 12th of September. I'm going to have the show up early the day before instead of having it up at 9 in the morning. So hopefully you guys can check out the show the evening and you can listen to it throughout the day. But I know a lot of people usually like to watch the show prior to that. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that. I think it's best for the viewership and the listenership. All right, y'all. You guys enjoy the show. All right, people, what is going on? This is episode 430 of the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Today, we're going to talk some Atlanta Falcons today. I know it's kind of weird because I got on a Hawk shirt and I have on an Atlanta Braves hat. But, yeah, we're going to talk Atlanta Falcons today. Shout out to the Braves making themselves back at the top of the NL East. Hopefully they will overtake the Mets if they haven't already. Just the Braves, man. What can you say about them? And not necessarily a Hawks fan, but I love this shirt with, John Collins dunking over, Joel Embiid. So if you're watching on the visual side of the show, you see what's going on here. But we're going to talk about the Falcons. I'm going to give you my thoughts and opinions on Marcus Mariota. We're going to talk about Marcus Mariota today and why I feel like he has a chance to make a statement, resurrect his career, make a name for himself once again in the NFL as this game comes up for the Falcons playing against the Saints. If this is your first time here, welcome. This is the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. We talk about Georgia Southern and Atlanta Falcons football. Now, we talked a lot about Georgia Southern this past week, a lot. And it's not going to stop because I can't wait for Georgia Southern to play Nebraska. I think that's going to be an awesome game. I think we got a good chance to win that game. But I got to give it the Atlanta Falcons some love right here. And I don't want to make it, something very easy and simple. I want to talk about someone that I think that can actually, make a statement, actually could be a difference maker. And there's a perfect opportunity for him to do so. So I want to get into that, and we're just going to get right into it. Marcus Mariota came into the league and actually was a very, very good quarterback starting out. A couple of injuries, a couple of things that just didn't go right for him, kind of fell off a little bit, kind of, been pretty stable throughout the latter part of his career, playing with the Las Vegas or Oakland Raiders, showing some flashes that he can do some things, and signed a 2-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons. And when he signed this deal, and I knew what was going on with him, and with the fact that Matt Ryan is gone, I kind of thought that the Falcons got somewhat of a safety valve right here. I thought that the Falcons was going to obviously draft a quarterback, and I thought Marcus Mariota was going to be like the premier backup. But, Arthur Smith believes in him. And don't get me wrong, I think Desmond Ridder is the future, and I think he plays very well while he's on the field. But Marcus Mariota is the veteran, and he knows Arthur Smith, playbook, and knows some of his tendencies better. So it was just fitting for him to be the starting quarterback. Now, the situation that he's in right now, going up against the Saints at home, playing against a rival at home, playing against a quarterback that everybody put you against because y'all two were like drafted around the same time, Mariota and Jameis Winston. This is going to be a situation where Mariota can really show everybody, look, my career is not done. I can show you guys why I'm still a pretty solid quarterback. And with the fact that he can move around in the pocket, he actually has some speed on him. He can throw the ball pretty well. Marcus Mariota never really was a guy that you would look and say, oh, he's a bust, he fell off, or whatever the case may be. I just think he just needed a different environment. He needed somewhere else to go. And when he did go to the Las Vegas Raiders, you just had Derek Carr there. So he never really was able to establish himself again as the prominent or the premier quarterback. Now he has an opportunity. Now with this opportunity, he should be able to thrive because we got weapons around him. We got a pretty decent running game. The offensive line is okay, still a little shaky, but I think it's going to be just enough for the fact that Marcus Mariota can't move around in the pocket. He has some wheels on him, and he has the awareness to get out of the pocket if need be. So with the weapons that he has and the type of coach that he's that's coaching him, I think he's going to be okay as far as, hey, let's run this game plan and let's run this game plan to the best of our ability. I know the Saints, their defense is one of their high spots. It's going to be a really big test, not only for Mariota, but for the Falcons in general. Not too much worried about the offense of the Saints. Yeah, maybe. Because, you got Jameis Winston there, and I think Jameis he still can ball a little bit. He's not that bad. He's almost like in the same boat of Mariota, and he showed some flashes before he went down to ACL last year. So we are up against, we got a pretty difficult task. I will say that. I'm not saying the Saints is a pushover. It's always a close game. Well, I ain't gonna say a close game. It's always a tough game when we play them. But you also have to understand, Matt Ryan and Drew Brees is not here anymore. So now we're looking at, a football game that's like, all right, what are we going to be looking at? What are we up against? Because I don't know. But I can talk about the Drake Londons, the Kyle Pitts, the Tyler Algiers, the Grady Jarrett's. I could talk about all of the guys on defense, AJ Terrell. I could talk about all the players on the Saints side as well. But I'm focusing on Marcus Mariota. I'm focusing on Marcus Mariota. And the reason why, because he's our quarterback. He's the guy that's going to make sure everything go. I'm not saying that he's the X factor, because there's a couple of guys on this team that definitely could change the game that's not the quarterback. I mean, you just want me to name one person off the top. Damian Williams could be a real big problem for the Saints. He can run and catch out the backfield. Tyler Algier is another one. And you already know how Cordell Patterson gave the team fits last year. So those are three guys that I just named off the top of my head that could possibly be a problem for the Saints. But I want to talk about Marcus Mariota because I feel like he's in a situation where he has a lot to prove. I think he is in a situation where he has an opportunity with the weapons around him to distribute the ball the right way and actually be successful. And I think he feel like he may have a little chip on his shoulder, because this is the first time in a long time where a team actually gave him the reins to say, hey, this is your situation. This is what we're going to do with you. This is what we want you to do. And it is all on you. And, in some cases that means a lot. That means a whole lot. You know what I mean? So this is a really big deal for Mariota. Mariota, I'm looking at an article here. I guess I'll put it down in the description if you want to really read it. Is a Hawaii KHON2 in Hawaii news article, says the Falcons QB Mariota prepared for a lot of emotions ahead of start since 2019. He hasn't really started the game in almost 3 years. 2019, that's a long time. So here is basically saying, like, he feels like there's a lot of emotions on him. Quote, he said, I want to be really good at home, but I'm biased in my feelings that we have the best stadium in all of sports. It's our home. We need to win at home. You can go back and forth, but we found a way to win 2 more home games. There's a good chance that we could have kept playing. We got better at home. So that's what Coach Smith said, basically. I didn't want to quote what he said, but nevertheless, I want to get here because I think I missed the... Okay, here it is. And that was one quote. Here's the other one. It says, my dad told me a long time ago, it means that you care and it brings a little comfort to me. I always get the first play of the game and it goes away and it's just football again. I really believe there will be a lot of emotions. I just kind of channel that. I try not to fight it or anything like that. Just be present in the moment and enjoy this. It's the most competitive major league in the country. It doesn't matter what week it is. You strap up and play. I like that mentality and love being a part of it. So, it's like I said, he kind of got somewhat of preparation, not only just not with this quote, but just in general what he done since the offseason that he came through. But this is one of the things that he's been, really, wanted to be on. So it's one of the things that Marcus Mariota really is, I ain't gonna say necessarily prepared for, because he said after the first play he's good. But I know there's some type of, a barrier that you get past once, especially like when, the preseason is one thing, but the regular season, that is where you want to really focus on. And when you focus, you're going to have a little bit of jitters. But him being a veteran, being around for a while, I don't think it's going to be, that big of a, I don't think it's going to be that big of a deal once he gets it flowing or whatever the case may be. I think it's one thing that, that will really help Mariota's, like, once he gets going and he gets in a rhythm. I think that's something that we need to worry about. Hopefully we will. I ain't gonna say we need to worry about. One thing that we need to hope for, that he does get in a rhythm. Maybe he can start completing some, quick passes, or get some guys open and get some, get a rhythm as far as running the ball and throwing the ball. I think that first series of them actually, starting downfield, that first series, that first drive, I think that's going to be important, but I don't think that's the main thing. It's easy to run the plays that that you're going to run, and it's all routine. Is that second and third drive, that's the ones that I'm really worried about. That second and third drive, if you can start getting in a rhythm in that second or third drive, on top of what you've done in the first drive, I think that's when you really get to see the type of impact that Marcus Mariota will have on the team. And I think if he continues to do that and be successful, get some scoring drives just about on every drive, no 3 and outs, even if it's not a 3 and out, move the ball a little bit to flip the field. If you're able to get the ball rolling and moving against this defense, and you're able to, be successful at scoring, you will look back on this game and be like, wait a minute, Marcus Mariota did pretty good this game. You know what I'm saying? It looked really good at the end, because if you're able to have a bunch of scoring drives, it really puts the it really put the onus on the Saints to actually, we're gonna have to do something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's really going to be interesting, and it's really going to be something to watch to see if the Saints can respond, because it's a rivalry between us. It's something that we've been actually able to do as far as play against the Saints on a high level. I mean, we beat them in Mercedes, or I can say Mercedes-Benz no more. We beat them at home at their house last year, and they beat us at our house in the same year. We played them first this year. Hopefully we can turn that around and win at home and make things happen. We really would like to start off at a 1-0 start. And it is a really good opportunity. It's a really big opportunity for Marcus Mariota to do so. You know what I mean? So I just feel like, it is a really big deal for the Falcons to make something happen here. The number 2 overall pick, I think he actually has a chance. I think he actually has a chance to live up and reiterate why he was the number 2 overall pick. Marcus Mariota, like I said, he's never, to me, I don't think he ever was a bad quarterback. I just think he was in a situation where it just didn't work out for him. For him himself, talent-wise and mentality-wise, I think the Falcons got a pretty good quarterback for the next couple of years. And I would not be surprised if he gets to do great things with this team. Yeah, a lot of people say, we probably win about 4 or 5 games. We got the worst roster in the league, or whatever the case may be. Based on what I've seen in the preseason, this team don't look that bad. Really, they don't look that bad in the preseason. So when everything, you got all your 53 men that you want on the team out there, Coach Arthur Smith is going to actually run the plays that he wants to run now, because the games actually count. And we got a quarterback like this who knows his system and feel like he has a chip on his shoulder and something to prove. He also will be able to do something as well, and make it show everyone that he's capable of making things happen with this team. I can't wait to see it happen. The game is going to be on Sunday. I'm going to give you guys a preview show or a pregame show of what I think was going to happen with this team against the Saints. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm already biased. I feel like we're going to win this game. I do, but the way that we win it, I'm going to get more into that once we get closer. Sunday morning, I'll probably be having a video up showing you guys. Go, everybody that's on the Anchor, Stitcher, Spotify, Apple, and Google podcast side, come over to the YouTube and Rumble side where you can watch a pregame video of me talking about this team, just like I'm going to do with the Georgia Southern and Nebraska game. Same thing. I'm going to do a preview on that on Saturday. So I have much more content coming on the weekends now, unlike as it was been in the past. So hopefully you guys will check that out, and that'll be really cool to see. Before I finish this up, I want to let you guys know that these shows are going to be going up in the evening now, not at 9 a.m. in the morning, if you haven't figured that out already, because I said it on the last episode. I didn't talk about it on this episode, but I will continue to reiterate it and let you guys know that a lot of people like to watch the show beforehand when it comes to, I ain't going to say watch before, they like to watch the show in the evening, so I'll upload it in the evening on the podcast and the video side, instead of having it up at 9 in the morning. So it'll be up the night before so you guys could check out the podcast. So enough of me talking. Just wanted to give you that PSA as well, because I talked about it in the last episode. Hopefully we'll see what Marcus Mariota and company do. So we'll just go from there. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this commentary, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Look, man, I appreciate all the support. You guys are amazing. You guys keep it going. And let me know what you guys think about Marcus Mariota. Can he make a statement in this game? I think he can. I think he has a big opportunity, and he has a lot to prove. So I can't wait to see how that goes. I'm going to get up out of here. I'm going to get some other stuff in the works, start working on some other things throughout the week for the end of the week, so you guys can have the best content as possible. All right, y'all. I've said enough. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you guys once again. You guys be easy, and you guys be blessed. Enjoy your Thursday. Peace.